There's been a disturbing video circulating on social media that shows a white couple harassing a black man for walking around in the neighborhood. Now, I want to start off with the update to the story, which is a good update. The person seen harassing the black man in this video has luckily been arrested. But when we come back from the video, I'll tell you who he is and why this is a problem, not just in this story, but when it comes to the US military and policing in America. Take a look.
Go away right now.
Call the police.
Hey, they've already been called. They're just waiting.
Picking fights with who?
You know what? Maybe you should hang on a little longer. We'll see how it goes. Then we won't have to get the report by ourselves.
What is it you're doing here?
Walking.
Then walk.
Okay, and that's what I was doing. She came out of the house and ran
Well, you've been here like 15 minutes now.
Let's go. Walk away.
Keep walking.
Walk away.
I already walked away.
Walk away right now. You need help?
You got this on camera.
I'm happy to help you. I didn't hit you. There's a difference between
Pretty
pushing
sure you
you.
were the aggressor, buddy.
You're aggressive on the neighborhood.
Someone came running.
Walk back.
You better walk away. You walk away. You talking to my wife right now.
That's your wife?
Walk away.
I didn't do
Walk
anything.
away.
Your wife to speak.
Check it out. You either walk away or I'm gonna carry your ass out of here.
Dude, if you touch
What do
me,
you want to do?
you better not touch me.
Or
I'm not
what?
arguing.
What are you gonna do?
You up on me?
Let's go. Walk away.
I didn't do anything to you.
I'm about to do something to you. You better start walking.
I didn't do anything to her.
You better start walking
So
right
when you
now.
come after me like that,
I ain't coming after
you're the
you.
one in the wrong.
You're in the wrong neighborhood, mother. Get out.
Is he in the wrong neighborhood? Why would he think he's in the wrong neighborhood? That seems strange. John, we have.
Sorry, I think he just wanted to add that onto the end so that you understood the entire context of who he is and what this little thing is about. I think it's pretty clear with that last comment.
So for those of you wondering, the person in the video doing the harassing is Jonathan Pentland. He is a US Army Sergeant First Class. Pentland has been at Fort Jackson in Colombia since at least 2019 and has worked as a drill sergeant at the garrison. According to a document from the Secretary of the Army, Pentland was promoted to Sergeant First Class in April of 2020. We're not done showing you what that interaction looked like. We have one more video. Let's take a look at that.
Get out.
I live here, sir.
Where? Where's your house? What's your address?
Maybe we should walk you home.
I can't walk you home.
Well, you bet. You want to bet what I can do?
I live here, sir.
Okay,
Right
what's your
now, you're
address?
harassing the
I'm
neighborhood.
not harassing anyone walking through the neighborhood I live in, sir.
Where? 'Cause check it out. We are a tight-knit community.
Okay.
We
How
take
long
care
have
of
you
each
been
other.
here? How long have
A
you
hell of a
been
lot
living
longer than your ass, because I have never seen you before in my
How long have
life.
you been living here?
That's
Why
none of
does
your
that even
business.
matter to you?
How long have you been
It
living
doesn't
here?
matter. You know what? Get the hell out of my face.
You've been
Get
here
out of my
since
face.
You walked up to me.
Check it out. I ain't playing with you. You either get your ass moving or I'm gonna move you.
You smell drunk.
You wanna bet?
You are drunk.
I'm about to show you what I can do.
I would suggest that
You better walk away. Walk away. Walk away.
I'm walking. You keep following me, sir.
There's only one way out of here. It's right over there.
So shortly before we went live today, what broke in response to this story is the fact that Richland County Sheriff Leon Lott has addressed this incident by arresting the real harasser, which was the US Army sergeant that you saw in the video. The sheriff confirmed that Jonathan Pentland has been arrested and charged with third-degree assault and battery. The charge carries a maximum penalty of $500 or 30 days in jail. And if you're wondering what the military had to say about this, at first there was a response about how this isn't something that we condone. Let me get you the exact statement. This is by no means condoned by any service member. We will get to the bottom of this as soon as possible. And then, later the sheriff's department was like, there's a lot of misinformation out there. We don't know what's going on. But now we know that Pentland has been arrested for what he did. And there's apparently stuff that happened off camera, stuff that we did not see that led to this conflict. But he's a young man who lives in the neighborhood, and since this, Army sergeant has never seen him before, he's a threat. He doesn't belong there, he needs to leave. And just think about how, if you don't look a certain way, you're not gonna be questioned like that. That's just the point I wanna make.
100%, yeah. And he's doing all of this on film. Like the fact that everybody has a video camera, one would have thought it would have moderated our behavior a little bit to be a little bit more social, but no, people are still just as terrible. He's proud of every bit of that. He's talking about it exactly like let's just keep it real, any racist would. You're in the wrong neighborhood. We're a tight knit community. We watch out for each other, all that stuff. Like less than a century ago, there were sundown communities. Now you have the racist drill sergeant who's talking about how he's harassing the neighborhood. Dude, just walking. Like, imagine a neighborhood where you can't walk around without some apparently drunk smelling skinhead walking up to you. That does seem like kind of a bad neighborhood. He sort of has a point. He's demonstrating it right there. Yeah, I'm glad that he was arrested. I don't know what's wrong with our country. I don't know why people are so terrible to each other, but the fact that we all have video cameras makes us constantly aware of it, at the very least.
And the sheriff, who again initially refused to release any type of strong statement about what happened, and then later announced that an arrest was made, is now saying that the young man was a victim and he will not face any charges. Okay, great. The Sheriff Lott, also confirmed the victim is not a juvenile. So he obviously looks very young, but he's not a juvenile, and clearly he was doing absolutely nothing wrong. We know that based on what the police have found through their short investigation. I gotta be honest, I'm actually pretty surprised at how swift the action was. I really didn't think that there would be consequences for him. So now the real question is, what will the military do? Are there consequences in that regard? And look, the problem with the military and policing is we know there's evidence showing that white supremacists have intentionally infiltrated local police departments and the military with the intention of carrying out, their race war. And even though we've had that information for how long now, nothing's done about it. There isn't a robust investigation into white supremacy within the military's ranks. None. We don't hear anything about it. So
people like Biden are scared.
Me.
Because we know what happens whenever anything like that is talked about, let alone announced. The right wing would absolutely lose their mind. Tucker Carlson has done multiple shows this year about how it is completely illegitimate for any branch of the US government to be concerned at all about domestic terrorists, white supremacists, any of that.
And if we don't get it, shut it down. 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 No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, peace. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. And if we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. that right now. We need consistency in the black community and coming together.
That's what they expect. That's what they
Over the blocks won't bring no change.
All right, so listen. I respect people to protest the way they want to protest and feel how you want to feel. But let's not throw stuff in the man's yard, right? Let's not do that, because that's kind of productive to why we out here. All right? So, we know that what he did was wrong. We know that in our mind, at least he's a racist. We know he won't, but we don't want to, he has small kids, and regardless of what he did, just like us as kids, we got to remember he got a child. I'm not telling you, I'm not saying, I'm not saying. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm giving these white people anything they say.
Exactly.
On this earth is to make racist people uncomfortable. On this earth is to make racist people uncomfortable.
And I'm all in your yard, bruh. I'm all on your territory at this point. Come on. We want to talk to you.
Talk to us.
We just want to talk and understand some things. That's it.
No justice, no peace.
What you gonna do? You gonna stay in here every day?
So yeah, see, the whole thing is just making people aware that we're not tolerating this type of behavior. But if we tolerate it for one, then that's going to encourage others who might have the same feelings or might sympathize with that point of view. It will encourage them to aggress in their actions. It becomes a danger for everyone, and we can't have that. So we have to nip it in the bud as soon as we find it. That we have to stop it before it can grow and proliferate throughout our society, even though it has. But that means that we have to be on the job 4 times as hard because it's already rampant in American society and has been so since its inception.
Do you feel like there will be a day where you work yourself out of business doing this?
Work myself out of business.
Where you don't have to show up in people's houses for racism and stuff like that?
I mean, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. It'll be the day that racism ceases to exist. That's